Hi there everyone, your Power Al here with some more Pokemon Platinum. Last episode, we challenged the Canalave City Gym and its leader Byron, and we got our 6th badge. This episode, we're not gonna be talking to Max because, I have other things planned, but that is what we need to do to advance the story of the game. But instead, I'm gonna be doing some optional things. Now, first off, this isn't gonna be something that's gonna be happening until way later, but I want to fish up something here. It's not part of my team or anything because my team is already complete, but there's something that I want. There it is. I want a Finneon. Again, this isn't going to be for something that's going to be relevant until way later, but I figured, oh jeez. I don't really have anything that can weaken this thing except for Exia, so I guess just do this. Probably should have used Force Palm. But yeah, I want to capture a Finneon because, again, there's something I need it for. Or not need, but it's something I want to show off way later. So yeah. Luckily, Finneon won't be too difficult to capture. Probably. And this is probably going to be the only battling we see in this video, but oh well. Oh, come on. At least I'm showing off what being attracted to another Pokemon is like. It's very annoying, just because we only have a 50% chance of hitting the opponent. Oh, come off. That's 3 times in a row, Exia. Which is really weird considering in Mobile Suit Gundam 00, the pilot of Exia isn't really one to express attraction. Oh well. Will this work? I'm not even gonna bother to look at this thing's stats afterwards, but... Oh, really? I was kind of hoping Force Palm would paralyze this thing, but I guess not. Hopefully this thing doesn't, like, do anything to knock out Exia, because can't have Exia being unhappy with me. So please. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Nice. Now that I think about it, this is probably going to be the last thing I catch in this Let's Play. It's going to be in a regular Pokeball. And it's this thing. Something that I don't really think is that good. Oh well. Anyways, with that out of the way, just because I wanted to get that out of the way, the main crux of this video is going to be showing off the various multiplayer features that are available here in the Pokemon Centers. And the first thing I want to show off is this. So right here, this room is the Colosseum. I've already gone over this before, but you can do different battles against people. You can do single battles, double battles, mixed battles, where you and whoever you're battling against will swap one Pokemon in your party for the duration of the battle. Multi-battles, where you team up with someone out of a group of 4. So you and someone else will battle 2 other people. And that's pretty much it. I've already talked about that before, but the Union Room, I think I've also talked about it before as well, but I want to actually show it off because there's a lot of neat things here that would be more fun to go over in person. And I just so happen to have another system in order to show off these things. No way of capturing that other system though, so you're only gonna have to rely on just one feed. But let's go into the Union Room. And upon going into the Union Room, as you can see, there's already someone here. This is my original copy of Platinum. At least the avatar that I picked for that game, which is the Ace Trainer sprite. When you're in the Union Room, I believe up to 16 people can be in it at a time. Although I've never seen that happen. Maybe like if I were like in a convention setting, maybe that could happen. But here, this will give us some various things. We can also do battles in the Union Room, but I believe we can only do battles with Pokemon that are level 30 or lower. 2 Pokemon of your choice. Yep, level 30 or lower. So not really a good place for battling with others. Trading is kind of self-explanatory. You can trade with others. Records, where you mix records with others. You know what? Wait, I can converse with you? No. Okay. Let's see, what happens if I touch the name here? Oh, it highlights who's there. Okay, then. That's me. But here, I can talk to past me, as I will call myself there. And then I'm getting a response from... There, it says awaiting a response on the other 3DS. So here, I can greet them. Sure, as a greeting, here's a trainer case. And then, from the other system, it will give you a prompt. Or, if you're playing with someone else, it will give them a prompt. I'd say, oh, would you like to show your trainer case? So let's say yes. So, they can view my trainer case, and I can view theirs. As you can see, I played a lot of this game back when it first came out. So, right off the bat, I have a 5-star trainer card in my original copy of Platinum, which means I've done pretty much everything. My money's not max. My score is pretty high. Played for 658 hours. So you can view the trainer card of someone else, although it's going to display their in-person avatar. So, Ace Trainer me. And then I can show the backside of it as well. That's what my signature looked like back then? Huh. Did a lot of link trades. A lot of link battles. So that's neat. So yeah, that's a neat thing to do if you want to just see what others have been up to. So now, draw. This one is a bit of a fun thing. So this gives you the option of drawing on a little canvas on the touch screen. You can pick from different colors here, like white, which you can just use to treat as an eraser or whatever. Then I can also do the same for the other one. So my other 3DS is Player 1. So you can just collab on a drawing. Really neat. You could even change like the size of your pencil, quote unquote. So really, really neat that it makes use of the touchscreen in that way. Although, like, you can't really save the drawing that you made once you end the session, which is a shame. But oh well. Why did it show a psychic? Because I'm supposed to be... That was really weird. Okay, and then let's talk to myself again. And let's see. Spin. This was a new thing that was added in Platinum, actually. It's a really interesting feature. You need an egg. Both, or the people that are participating in it need an egg. Also, in the Union Room, you can interact with multiple people at a time. So, like, that drawing thing, you can have, like, 4 or 5 people in on it as well, which is really, really cool. So, for the spin trade, I think you can do this with up to 3 people, but as long as each of you have an egg, you can put it in this little device, and it basically puts the eggs in, and you get a random one out of it. So you can have the egg that you put in, you can have an egg from another player. It's a neat little thing. Now here is another feature that I'm going to be talking about, which is, come on, mixing records. So mixing records, I have gone over this a little bit as well, but when you do this, you can do this with up to 5 people. So, oh, I need to press A on the other 3DS. Okay. When you mix records, what this does is it will link up various aspects of the game with others. So, now, they'll be able to see, like, what some of the things I've done. It'll show up, like, on TVs, their groups that they've made back in Jubilife City. I can see as well, and I can join theirs, or they could join mine. and that will further connect like daily activities. It's a neat little feature. So the next feature I want to show off. First, oh, there's a chat thing here that's new as well. So let's do that. Let's chat. This will show up, I believe, in on the bottom screen, maybe? I don't know. But also, this is my first time showing off like this little word bank thing. So we can either just select different categories and things that fall into them, or we could just go in ABC mode, which I prefer using. Yo. Hello. Oh, and it even says it there. Yeah, it says in the bottom screen. So the bottom screen acts as like a bit of a chat log as well. Anyways, I just want to quickly go into my held items here, because now I feel is a good time to show off trading. And the best way to do that is to show off a Pokemon that evolves through trading. So let's do that. And you know what? Since the evolution is going to happen on the other copy of Platinum, I'm going to just briefly switch over to that just because I want to see the evolution, or I want to show the evolution on video. Okay, I'm back. There's Let's Play me as a psychic. Anyways, so let's just talk to present day me, since I'm playing my original cartridge. So, trading is an interesting feature here. So, you select a Pokemon in your party, whoever you're trading with selects a Pokemon from their party, and you trade them. Very self-explanatory. So, there's a few things to keep in mind when you're doing this. The Pokemon you receive from a trade will have its happiness reset, essentially. So, if you do a trade and then trade back, for example, I'm trading Bakugo over to my original copy of Platinum, and then once it evolves, I'm going to trade it back. Once it evolves and it's back in my other cartridge, or in the Let's Play cartridge, its happiness is not going to be what it was before, where it was near max happiness. So that's something that you want to keep in mind if you are paying attention to that. So for example, I'm not going to trade Exia over because Exia is going to lose any happiness that he has received, and that's kind of detrimental because he evolves through happiness. Anyways, trading this Ralts over to the Let's Play file, and Bakugo, you can evolve. We get this neat little animation once we initiate a trade. I like how the track just resets. Also, it doesn't matter what ball you've caught a Pokemon in, the trading animation is just going to show a standard Pokeball. Anyways, Bakugo has now evolved into a Magmortar. You're going to have to go back to the Let's Play file. So, yeah. I'm just going to quickly do that. So, while a Pokemon is evolving through a trade, the other person that you're trading with, they're just going to be stuck in a standby screen unless they also have a Pokemon that is in the middle of evolving through a trade. But, yeah. Anyways, you can go back to whence you came. So, let's do that. Okay, so now that Bakugo is evolved, he has become a lot more powerful. Also, I might start calling him like Deku's nickname for Bakugo in My Hero Academia, Kachan. So if I end up calling him that every now and then, it's just because that's what Deku calls him. I like My Hero Academia. Sue me. Anyways, Ralts. Don't ask why I have a Ralts or Tuba Barrel in my party. That's not relevant. Don't worry about it. Okay. Also, that's pretty much it for the Union Room, actually. I was gonna be like, there's some more things I want to show off, but the Union Room is a neat little feature for multiplayer shenanigans. So let me just end here. Now, the game will give us an option to register whoever we trade with in our pal pad if we didn't do so. I'm not gonna do that because it's just me. But yeah, so let's just leave the Union Room and talk about another different multiplayer feature that you can do in Pokemon Centers. Also, it feels really nice to just go back to the Let's Play file. So before I actually talk about that multiplayer feature, I'm gonna put the Wise Glasses back on Bakugo because that special attack boost could come in handy. Just scrolling down through this item menu is gonna take quite a bit of time. That is one complaint that I do have with the item management in this game. Just because your bag can hold as many items as possible, trying to find one you want when you have a ton of them is a bit annoying. Anyways, let's just go down here and onwards to the bottom floor of the Pokemon Center. Because I want to talk about... I already went over the Wi-Fi Club, but here, if you have someone's friend code from, like, input it into your pal pad, or you're already friends with them through the pal pad, back when Wi-Fi connection was a thing, you could battle or trade with them. And this was actually really nice because battling here in the Wi-Fi Club, what it did was it gave you the option to actually raise your Pokemon up to level 100. So that was a really nice thing to do if you didn't want to just raise Pokemon up all the way through. So a lot of people that did competitive battling on cartridges back in the 4th generation days, they would just train up their Pokemon, get their movesets, EV spreads, and all that set, and then just go into a Wi-Fi battle. They wouldn't need to worry about like leveling up their Pokemon because it would already be at level 100 through the setting. Although this would cause an issue if you had a strategy that revolved around the fear tactic, since ideally for that you would want to have a Pokemon at level 1 for the Focus Sash. But yeah, anyways, doing battles and trading through Wi-Fi was neat. But here, I want to talk about this feature, the Wi-Fi Plaza. Can't access it right now because Wi-Fi is no longer available, but let's talk about it. So the Wi-Fi Plaza was an interesting place that you could visit back when you could visit it during the days of Wi-Fi being available for DS games. The way it worked is once you logged in, you were placed in this really, really big room with a ton of things to do. And there would be a ton of people that would be in the room as well, people from all over the world that you could talk to. Although your interactions were very, very limited, it'd just be asking people like, oh, what's your favorite Pokemon type, or whatever. Things like that, but it was still really neat. And also, one of the things that you could do was, on the touchscreen, you were given this little button that had like various things. I think they were called tap toys, that would just make like balloons show up, make like sparkles appear, things like that. It was just a neat little fun thing. Aside from that though, there were actual things for you to do in the Wi-Fi Plaza. So first off, there was this panel that you could just tap footprints onto. It was a really weird thing that I didn't really make use of. But then there's also a globe here where you can take a look at the people that are currently there and like where they're from. Really neat. And then there's the Plaza survey that changes every week and just gives you various questions to answer. There's the Plaza news, and the big draw of this were the minigames. There were 3 minigames that you could play in the Wi-Fi Plaza. One of them was called Swalot Plop. So it involved you using the touchscreen and throwing berries into this machine that looked like the Pokemon Swalot. And the Swalot machine would be like moving around on the top screen and like spinning. So this would go on, and the point of the minigames was to upgrade your little touchscreen tap toy things. But still, they were a neat little fun thing to pass the time with. The other minigame, or the second one, there was the Mime Jr. Top one. And the cool thing about all these minigames is that they make use of the touchscreen in ways that weren't previously seen in the core series Pokemon games, just because the ways you could use the touchscreen were so limited. It was really just limited to navigating fight menus and the Pokétch and the underground and Poffin making. But here, you use your touchscreen quite a bit, which was really neat. But anyways, Mime Jr. Top, you basically have this robot Mime Jr. on top of a ball, and you have to use the touchscreen to rotate the ball to keep Mime Jr. in balance. So that was fun. And then the next one was Wobbuffet Pop. This is the last minigame that is available, and you use the bottom screen to like tap on this Wobbuffet pump to pop a balloon. So that was neat. I think this one was like the only minigame out of the 3 that was cooperative. The others were quote-unquote competitive, where you tried to win, while this one, you just had to like pump as many balloons as possible, or something like that. I don't know, it's been a while. But yeah, and then you can only stay in the Wi-Fi Plaza for a limited amount of time before it would kick you out. And as it gets closer to the end of it, then the lights would like dim just to build the atmosphere. And then at the very end, when you leave the Wi-Fi Plaza, you would go into this parade where you would ride a float. And this is another thing about the Wi-Fi Plaza. So there's 5 separate rooms, and they all have their own theme. I mean, like, the gimmicks are the same for each room, it's just the aesthetics that are different. So there is a grass room, which is based off of the grass starters from generations 1 to 4. And then there's the fire room, which is based on the fire starters between those generations. Then the water room, which is based on the water starters. And then the electric room, which is based on Pikachu, and then the various Pikachu lookalikes, like Plusle, Minun, Pachirisu. And then at the very end, you would ride a float. And there were different floats based on the type of room that you were in, like a Bulbasaur float, or a Carnivine float, the Charizard one, or a Torchic one, etc., etc. But there's one room, I mentioned 4 of them, but there were 5 rooms that you could visit. And the last one was a very rare room that you could only access just by being lucky. I think there was actually a time where the room was made more common, but it was a room based off of the mythical Pokemon Mew. Like, everything in the room would just have Mew themed objects and all that, which was really neat. And it's a room that I've only seen either once or twice in my time playing through the Generation 4 games. But whenever you saw that room, that one was really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much how the Wi-Fi Plaza worked. Neat little side mode for Platinum and even Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And it's just a neat way to pass the time if you really have nothing else to do and you just want to play like fun minigames. But yeah, it was neat. And that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to show off in the Pokemon Centers. Just some neat things that you could do, or could do, back when Wi-Fi was available. But still, if you have like a spare DS or stuff, or or like have someone else to play with, you could have some fun in the Union Room at the very least, or just upstairs. Anyways, that's pretty much going to be it. I felt like this was a pretty good time to talk about this, just because we're going to be going into some plot-heavy stuff coming up, so I figured just having this nice little lull between that would be nice to show off. And also, Bakugo managed to evolve, so that's neat. As you can see, his special attack has pretty much shot up from what it was before. So he's gonna be really, really useful, especially because I have a TM I want to teach you. Where are you? Like all the way down here, aren't you? Did I not get it? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'll teach it later, I guess. We'll make do with Fire Spin for... No, we're not. But anyways, with that done, also just to show off that Bakugo's happiness is reset. No longer any hearts. For shame. Not... I mean, Bakugo isn't really the friendliest character out there anyways in My Hero Academia, so I guess it's fitting. Oh well, anyways, with that done, I'm gonna end it off here. Next time on Pokemon Platinum, we're finally gonna see why Max wants us to go to the library. He's not exactly a kind of person I would pen down as being a reader or having the patience to read. So, I wonder what's up with him. Anyways, that's gonna be what's happening next time, so thank y'all so much for watching, and see y'all next time for some more Pokemon Platinum. Later!